and welcome to Rathods IAS. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 28th December 2023. So first of all, we are going to take the PDF of Delhi edition and we are going to pick out the important articles, and later on we are going to see the different dimensions you have to think regarding that topic. That will helpful to improve your thought process. And here we will also try to connect one subject with another subject, so that this will be very much helpful to write an answer with a multi-dimensional manner and even to write a very beautiful essay. So you need this type of exercise. So now we are going to take the front page of Hindu and we are going to list out the articles. So first topic it is about Rajnath meets kin of dead civilians, promises justice. So always what happens here is, always we can say some issue. So what is that issue? Infiltration in Jammu and Kashmir. So issue here is infiltration in Jammu and Kashmir. So this topic is important from your GS paper 3 under internal security. It is important from internal security point of view. And here you have to see what are the reasons. What are the reasons for this infiltration? And you have to know some recent incidents of infiltration. And why especially some areas are targeted. And you have to see which are those areas. And you have to see what are the measures taken by government. So all these are very important dimensions from this article. And even we can connect this topic with GS paper 2, international relations. We can see about India-Pakistan relations. And there is chance of getting mains question and also essay from this topic. So these are some important dimensions that you have to think from this topic. And let us see the next topic. It is about India-Russia relations. Jaishankar meets Putin, says he is confident of return of annual summits. So here we have to see some dimensions. So this article is important from your international relations. So we can talk about India-Russia relations. So in this India-Russia relations, so what you have to say? You have to see background. You have to see map location. And you have to see important areas of cooperation. You have to see important areas of cooperation. So apart from that, you can also focus on areas of concern. So which are the areas of concern between India and Russia? And you have to see what are the measures taken and recent developments. So in recent developments, you can see some areas. For example, rupee ruble trade. Rupee ruble trade between India and Russia, and crude oil at a discounted price. and technology that we are getting from Russia. And Russia, it is moving close towards China. It is some cause of concern. Okay, and even you can write about United Nations Security Council resolution. So this resolution is talking about to stop violence by Russia on this Ukraine, but India here abstained. India abstained from voting. So these are some important recent developments regarding this India-Russia relations. Okay, so here the issue that is said in this article here is, so what are the annual meets, annual summits or annual meetings? So these annual summits between India and Russia had been stalled. So it has been stalled from last 2 years. So this article says that we are going to resume this annual meets. Okay, so that's it. And here you know the present context, like our external affairs minister, he is on visit to Russia, right? So here what will be the developments? So which are the agreements or MOUs will be signed between India and Russia, that we have to see. And after once external affairs minister return to India, then we will be getting the details, everything regarding this India-Russia relations. There we are going to focus on that. And next topic is very important. Ammonia leak from pipeline triggers scared at night. 52 admitted to hospital in Chennai. So again, one more tragedy in Chennai. So please let me know how many of you are staying from Chennai. I know a good chunk of students are from Tamil Nadu and Kerala. So how many of you are staying from Chennai? Now please let me know. So it is an example of industrial disaster. So this article is an example of industrial disaster which comes in a GS paper 3 under disaster management. So if you are talking about industrial disaster, you have to see why. What are the reasons for this industrial disaster? And you have to see what are the measures. Or we can say like what are the preventive steps. What are the preventive steps that can be taken? And you can see examples of this industrial disaster. For example, Bhopal gas tragedy. Chernobyl nuclear disaster. And recently, around 1 year back, there was an accident which happened in industry in AP. And now you can see ammonia leak. In Chennai. Okay, so here you have to see what are the laws. What are the laws which are present in India deals with this industrial disaster. Okay, so all these things are very important, and this article is talking about NH3 ammonia, right? So you have to see what will be the effects of inhaling of ammonia. So this will be important from your prelims. And this analysis is important from your mains. Okay, so these are all the dimensions that you have to see from this topic point of view. Clear? And now let us move on. So there is nothing much important in our city page and even in states page also. So don't waste much time. Here you can see one important article, that is Rajasthan to give cylinder for rupees 450 under Ujjwala Yojana. So here this article is talking about one important scheme, that is Prime Minister Ujjwala Yojana. It's talking about this Prime Minister Ujjwala Yojana. So you have to see some facts regarding this scheme, like what is this scheme? So what is the eligibility? So what is this eligibility criteria? Okay, so what is this eligibility criteria and what are the provisions of this scheme? And even you can see like what are the objectives and what are the important features. And even one important thing here is you have to see even which ministry is implementing. So these are the very important dimensions that you have to think from this article point of view. So if you see any scheme is in use, so this scheme is important from your governance point of view. So how can you expect a question in your prelims and mains? So from prelims, you can expect a question regarding the facts. So last in 2023 there were 2 to 3 questions regarding the schemes. And mains based you have to see analysis. Analysis means nothing but what is significance, what are the challenges, so what is the way forward, like that. So you have to think about those things in the mains. From prelims point of view, so this facts is very important. Clear? If everything is clear, so please say thank you or at least say good morning. Okay? And if you move on, you can directly move on to this editorial page. So don't go to this advertisement, this is not at all useful for you. Yes, here you can see the same topic, that is about NGT court takes suo cognizance of Tamil Nadu gas leak. Okay, so here we have the State Pollution Control Board. So it is taking this issue. Actually, this fertilizer manufacturing unit, that is famous fertilizer manufacturing unit, that is Coromandel. So Coromandel Private Limited. So whenever the water supply is happening through that pipes, so suddenly what happened? Ammonia gas leak happened from that water supply pipes. Okay, so here you have to focus on this NGT. What is that? What is the mandate? What are the provisions? Yeah, next topic it is about growth charts, WHO standards versus India crafted. So this article is talking about some growth parameters. So which are the growth parameters that we will be taken into picture? That is very important and you have to know, that's it. So it should not move much deeper, so it is not much important. But you have to know about what are the growth parameters. For example, we will take stunting. So first one is stunting, and we are taking this. What is the next one? Stunting, wasting, malnutrition, next one is obesity, and you can also take like nutrient deficiency, and you can also add anemia. So these are all things that are focusing on the health actually. So if you want to analyze the health, we have to focus on all those things. For example, here this article said about stunting, chronic undermalnutrition, and wasting, acute undernutrition, and these are very important to measure this growth charts. And growth standards or to measure malnutrition, but now the debate is going on between the standards of WHO and as well as India. And actually WHO came up with this MGRS, that is Multi-Central Growth Reference Study. So actually this study, which is conducted in 6 countries between 1997 and 2003, that is in Brazil, Ghana, India, Norway, Oman and US. So what is the purpose of this study? To understand the pattern of growth from birth to 5 years of children. Okay, to know whether they are facing any deficiencies in their environment or not. Okay, so this study which said that yes, there is a prevalence of different undernutrition that is seen. Okay, and even if you see in India, we are focusing on this NFHS, that is National Family Health Survey. So it is a comprehensive national nutritional survey. So what are the data which is given by this WHO and this National Family Health Survey is not matching. So this is the thing which mainly said here. And next topic, it is about quest for happiness in the Viksit Bharat Odyssey. So here you have to focus on this Viksit Bharat 2047. So what is it about? That's it. So this is very, very important. And if you move on in this opinion page, you can see the article that is making health our top priority in 2024. So if we're talking about this article, it is focusing on disease. So if you're talking about diseases, normally we have 2 types of diseases. So first one is communicable. Second one is non-communicable. So in yesterday's class also we discussed about this topic of communicable and non-communicable disease. So this article is focusing on non-communicable. So for example, I can say like cardiovascular diseases, liver diseases, lung disease, kidney damage, for example diabetes mellitus, hypertension. So all these will come under non-communicable disease. So this article says that, so we are going to celebrate New Year 2024. So in this at least 2024, we have to focus on this non-communicable disease. So this article says that to address this non-communicable disease, we can make some lifestyle changes. So if you are making some lifestyle changes, so we can decrease the burden of this non-communicable disease. So because of this non-communicable disease, it is affecting almost all the countries in the world. So we have to take some at least simple steps to change our lifestyle modifications. For example, instead of fast food, you can take slow food, which is cooked in the home. And instead of taking lift, you can climb the stairs and just walk 5 to 10 minutes a day. So like that, if you are making the minor changes in your lifestyle, then you will be saved from this non-communicable disease. So this is the idea which is said, and we are going to see that in detail. And here you can see one more article, that is no room for hijab yet. So here this article is talking about hijab. So as well earlier, which is a government which was present in Karnataka, so it imposed ban. But now new government removed the ban on this hijab. So we have to see like what is this hijab. So what is the issue of this hijab and why earlier government banned and why the present government removed the ban. So you have to know what are the implications on the society. You have to see like what are the implications on the society. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Yes, in this text and context, there is one article. It is about Japan. Okay. So this article is important from your science and technology. So it is talking about SLIM. Okay, SLIM. So it is focusing on soft landing on moon. So if it is successful, then Japan will be the 5th nation to have a soft landing on the moon. Okay, so this is very, very important. And this year you can expect a question regarding the missions of moon. Yes, here there is one article, it is regarding MSP. Center hikes copra MSP by 250 to 300 per quintal for 2024. So here you have to know some important dimensions. So this article is important from your economy, and there is a chance of getting your prelims and mains based question from this MSP. So what is this MSP? It is nothing but minimum support price. So MSP is minimum support price. So you have to know what is the meaning or definition of this MSP, and you have to see for which crops it is given. So this question which already asked in UPSC prelims. And you have to see what are the advantages and what are the impacts. And you have to see who will give the recommendations and who will be approving. So you have to see recommendations given by and who will approve. So this is very important. Okay, so these are some important dimensions that you have to see from this topic. Yes, here you can see one important topic, that is grow local, eat local. Bengal farmers hold a celebration of indigenous seeds. So actually earlier we used to consume the food which is available locally, but now what happened because of this MNCs like McDonald's, KFC's, McD, okay, Pizza Hut. So if they are coming up, then what happens? So we are attracted towards this burgers, sandwich, pizza, like that. So how many of you like sandwich? Okay, so but it is one of my favorite sandwich, but I will be not having outside, but just I will prepare sandwich in my home and I will be having that sandwich. It is one of my favorite thing. So actually if you see here, this article says that, so earlier we used to focus on the grains which are present in our localities. For example, if you see the generation of our grandfathers or the great grandfathers, so they used to be very healthy, because they focused on the cereals which are grown locally or the grains which are grown locally. Okay, at that time there was no fertilizers or no herbicides or pesticides that they used. So whatever the food they got from the nature, it was very pure, but it is not the case that you are getting now. So here this article says that whenever we are focusing on the local food, that will ensure micronutrients. Okay, that will ensure or that will helpful to provide the micronutrients. Okay, so this is the thing which mainly said here. And you can move on to this business page. Here in this business page you can see the article like Indian banks asset improved to decadal high, says RBI. So in this context you have to see what is this NPA. So tell me fast, what is the meaning of NPA? So NPA is nothing but non-performing assets. It is nothing but non-performing asset. So what is this a non-performing asset? For example, I went to a bank and I got loan. So I am not paying interest or principal for 90 days. Then my loan will call as NPA, non-performing asset. So here you have to see what is the classification. So what will be the impact of this NPAs on our economy? and what measures can be taken to resolve this issue. So these all are the important dimensions from this article, and you can read this topic under GS paper 3 economy. Clear? So this is very important. And next topic is investments in P notes raised in November to 1.31 lakh crore. So here you have to focus on what is this P notes. It is very important. That's it. Only one keyword, P notes. And next topic is robust FPI debt inflows seen ahead of inclusion of bonds in global indices. So the keyword here we have to focus on this FPI. So how this FPI is important? So I think you might know about this foreign investment. So we can divide these foreign investments into two types. First one is FPI and next one is FDI. So FPI is portfolio investment. So this is direct investment. So whenever we are attracting this FDI, we can have some advantages. So we can get technology. So we can see there will be development, employment generation, and also we can see like elimination of poverty. And we can also address issues like hunger and malnutrition. And we can see the new companies will be setting up. And India's ranking will be improved in indicators. And we will be getting good investment. And we can say increase the value of rupee. Okay, so these are some important advantages of this FDI. And this FPI is called as hot money. So it will not bring anything. Okay, they will not bringing any development, or they will not investing in industries, and they will not be getting technology, etc. So in this way we will be having differences between this FPI and FDI. Okay, now let us move on. So these are the very important articles that appeared in today's Hindu newspaper. And now let us see the new notes part. So if you want to get the notes of this class, you can join the Telegram channel. Link is given in description box. And one more thing is, please give me your valuable suggestions in the comment box, so that I will be improving day by day. So that I want to make the analysis that should be the best analysis in the YouTube. So please try to give me your suggestions, so that we will be focusing on that and we will try much better. Okay, and one more thing here is, so we are going to launch this, we already launched this main answering practice course on December 25th. And if you are the students who are facing problem in answer writing, content gathering or content structuring, and how to focus on the presentation, and you are facing problem regarding addressing the answer to the demand of question. So for all of this, so try to come and join this course, mains answer writing course. Okay. So here if you want to contact me, you can call me on this number 8074765513. Even this is WhatsApp number. You can text me on WhatsApp also. Okay, so this is about the articles, and now let us see the notes part. So first article, it is about ammonia leak. Ammonia leak from the pipeline. So because of this leak of ammonia, about 52 people, they had been admitted into hospital. So after an oil spill which triggered by the recent cyclone at Ennore, and what happened? So another shock which had been seen by the people of Chennai, that is releasing of ammonia, that led to burning of eyes, burning of face, difficulty in breathing after ammonia gas which is leaked from underwent supply pipeline to the fertilizer plant. That fertilizer plant is Coromandel plant. So the company in this statement stated that as part of routine operation, it noticed the abnormality at 11:30 p.m. in the ammonia unloading subsea pipeline near the shore side outside the plant. So ammonia system facility was isolated and the situation was brought to normalcy. So within some time we brought the situation to normalcy. Okay, so this is a thing which mainly said by company. So after the industrial accident, the Tamil Nadu government ordered temporary shutdown of this Coromandel International Limited. This is a fertilizer plant. And next one is safeguards against gas leaks in India. So what are the laws which are present, okay, to focus on the safety and security of people? So first one is Bhopal Gas Leak Processing of Claims Act of 1985. So this act which empowers, that means which is giving power to central government to secure the claims arising out of connected with Bhopal gas tragedy. And under the provisions of this act, the claims are dealt with speedily and equitably. And next one is we are also having this Environment Protection Act. Okay, we are also having this Environment Protection Act of 1986, which gives powers to central government. Now central government again have the power to take some measures for improving the environment and to come up with the standards. And even government have the power to inspect the industrial units. And this one is Public Liability Insurance Act of 1991. So it is an insurance meant to provide relief to persons affected by the accidents that occur while handling the hazardous substances. Okay, so this Public Liability Insurance Act which is focusing that, yes, if there is any accident happened, so the victims, they have to get the compensation. And next important act here is Hazardous Waste Management Handling Transboundary Movement Rules 1989. So here this act which says about industries, they are requiring to identify major accident hazards, and we have to take some preventive measures, and we have to submit a report to the designated authorities. And next one is Manufacture, Storage and Import of Hazardous Chemicals Rules 1989. So this act which says that we have to provide safety information, okay, to the authority, and they have to focus on the safety thing while transporting the imports of hazardous materials or chemicals, okay, according to this law. And if you see, the next one is Chemical Accidents Emergency Planning, Preparedness and Response Rules of 1996. So this Chemical Accidents law which says that central government need to constitute a central crisis group, and it have to manage chemical accidents, and they have to set up responses, okay, regarding this alert system, and even states is required to set up crisis group on this as well. Okay, and next topic it is about Ujjwala Yojana. So this article, as I said, it is important from your governance point of view. So if there is any scheme in use, that is important from governance, from both mains and as well as prelims. So if you see the context, it says that new government in Rajasthan which had been formed recently announced the supply of gas cylinders, okay, that is LPG cylinders at a very low cost, that is 450 rupees each. So if we talk about details, it says that the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, okay, which introduced this scheme called as PM Ujjwala Yojana. So PM Ujjwala Yojana, it is a flagship scheme. So important objective of this scheme, it is to make clean fuel available to the people. Okay, for example, they should not use like firewood and as well as coal, cow dung, cake, etc. They can use this gas, that is LPG, for the cooking purpose, which is called as a clean fuel. And we can also use usage of this traditional cooking fuels has detrimental impacts on the health. So especially women, they are focusing on this food preparing or cooking purpose, and they will be using some traditional fuel like wood and as well as cow dung, cake, etc. That will be having the impacts on the health of the rural women. So because of this, especially to empower this women and even to protect environment, government came up with this PM Ujjwala Yojana. And what are the objectives? The first one is empowering women and promoting the health of women, and reduce the number of deaths in India due to unclean cooking fuel. And we have to prevent young children from a significant number of acute respiratory illness. So first one is women empowerment and the health of the women, and this one is reducing the number of deaths and even preventing the young children from a significant number of acute respiratory disease. And next one is we have to decrease the use of this fossil fuels. So if you want to achieve this target of carbon neutrality, yes, we have to follow all these things. And what are the important features? The scheme which provides a financial support. So how much support? Rupees 1600 support which will be given, and along with the deposit free LPG connections and Ujjwala 2.0 which will be providing on even refilling of this cylinders. And next topic is Viksit Bharat. So we are going to see this topic, and it's at most important from your GS paper 3 and as well as GS paper 2. And you can expect both prelims based and mains based question from this Viksit Bharat 2047. Okay, so actually now recently this Viksit Bharat had been launched. So what is the idea? The idea it is to make India a developed nation, and the target year is 2047. By 2047 we have to make India a developed nation, and this will be the 100th year of its independence. And if you are talking about what is the vision of this Viksit Bharat at the rate 2047. So the important core vision of this Viksit Bharat, it is to transform India to a developed nation by 2047, and this 2047 which will marks like 100 years of independence. And this comprehensive vision which encompasses various dimensions. So it is focusing on economic growth, it is focusing on social progress and environmental sustainability and as well as good governance. So if we are talking about economic growth, so we are focusing on especially inclusive growth or inclusive development. So in yesterday's class itself we discussed about what is the meaning of inclusive growth. So if you have missed the yesterday's class, so please do watch this yesterday's class. And next one is social progress, which is it is focusing on societal or social development and inclusivity, and environmental sustainability, which is responsible for environmental practices. And next one is good governance, like we have to strive for effective transparent governance. And this one is looking beyond this GDP. Yes, here not only focusing on GDP but even we are focusing on development of human and as well as social aspects according to this Vikrit. Okay, and next one is European Union Commission focuses on moving beyond this GDP, and actually this European Commission, they are shifting to measurements of economic performance and as well as social progress. So not only India but even here in this UK and even United Nations, so they also said that yes, we are focusing on the social development index, and the social development index will be measured based on 16 indicators. And this one is even World Bank Environmentally Sustainable Development Division, so which has developed a green index, and this green index which measures the nation's wealth by incorporating 3 components. So which are those 3 components? The first one is what are the produced assets and what are the natural resources and as well as human resources. So in this area they are focusing. And next one is an International Human Suffering Index. So this index which also suffers the country on different parameters and human sufferings. And next one is in conceiving a national vision for development, indices like for example Global Innovation Index, Rule of Law Index, Poverty Index, Corruption Perception Index, Gender Equality Index, World Press Freedom Index, they are very significant. Okay, so these are some important things which are mainly set. And now let us see next topic, it is about non-communicable diseases. So as I said, this article is saying about some minor changes that we can make in our lifestyle so that we can reduce the burden of this non-communicable disease. So if you see here, this article is talking about non-communicable disease, and why it is in news, because in 2023 Navratri festival celebrations in Gujarat, about 10 people they died because of heart attack. So the tragedy here is they are not elderly, they are belonging to the age of 13 to middle age individual. So because of this it is some cause of concern. And here Gujarat is also said that it is alarming trend. It is not just confined to Gujarat, and even it is found across the nation. which is marking a paradigm shift in India's disease burden. So this article says that yes, not only Gujarat but even other areas also we have high rate of non-communicable disease, and we have to decrease that so that we can have a shift in our schemes or policies or paradigm. Okay, and if you see the communicable diseases, they will persist significant threat. Okay, and even in other stand we have this non-communicable diseases such as cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, cancer, liver disease, lung disease, etc. They are also emerging as a predominant public health concern now. So not only communicable but even non-communicable are also becoming very hard today. And according to World Health Organization, so it came with a report. So this report said that invisible numbers. Okay, so about 63% of deaths in India in 2019, they were related to this non-communicable disease. And this report also shows that 22% of individuals aged 30 or older in India, so they have to succumb to this NCDs before their 70th birthday, surpassing the global probability of 18%. So this article says that the report which is saying that 22% of individuals who are between the age of 30 years or older in India, they will succumb to this NCDs before 70 years of birthday. So before 70 years, they will be coming up with this NCDs for sure. And next one is the silent epidemic of NCDs. It is fueled by common behavior and risk factors. So if you are having unhealthy lifestyle like a lack of physical activity and use of tobacco, use of alcohol, so these are some important reasons that will lead to increasing or rise of this case, the rise of this deaths. The epidemics is further spurred by factors including a genetic predisposition towards conditions such as diabetes and heart disease and sedentary lifestyle, so which also brings with its issues such as stress, anxiety and depression. Okay, so all these things are very, very important. So you have to come out of this anxiety, depression, stress, etc. Then only you will be feeling safe, okay, from this NCDs. And even this article says that health is not only affecting the individuals but also it will be having impact on the economic structure. So if you see this report of World Economic Forum, it says that so because of this non-communicable disease in India, so the burden has been increased to $4.58 trillion. That is going to be affected between 2012 to 2030. Okay, so you can understand how much it is impacting our national economy. So we have to take some steps. So what is the resolution? So as India aspires to become $5 trillion economy by 2027, so the growing incidence of NCDs is a pressing concern. So now what is the concern? That is increasing of this NCDs, non-communicable disease. It is one of the cause of concern. So while government has launched initiatives such as National Program for Prevention and Control of Cancer, Diabetes, Cardiovascular Disease, Stroke, etc. So here we have to focus on individuals. So individuals need to take some steps on their health. So our health is determined by where we live, where we work and where we engage with other activities. So in this way it will bring some factors such as urban planning, environment pollution. There are sometimes even they are beyond our control. So what we can manage in our daily life. For example, we can manage daily lifestyle, right? So rather than taking junk food, we can take soft food. Okay, and we can take some small manageable actions that fit effortlessly into your daily routines. And rather than using bikes, you can use cycles to go to the nearby shops or to go for running, etc. You can go for using of cycles, and just 30 minutes every day if you spend here, you can reduce this excess body fat and as well as boost muscle power and endurance. So you have to shift from junk food to slow food or fast food to slow food, and you have to eat right. So here you can talk about eat right movement also. And next one is there is even some connection between food we eat and the health of our environment and our communities and ourselves. So because of this, it is better to know it's best for me or not, and based on that you can overcome your problem so that you can decrease the or reduce the incidence of NCDs. And next topic it is about Slim revolutionize lunar landings. So this article is talking about mission of Japan, JAXA. That is nothing but SLIM. SLIM is talking about Smart Lander on Investigating Moon. So this spacecraft already entered into lunar orbit on December 25th, and it is going to have safe landing on this moon by January 19th. Okay, so if this is success, means it is the 5th country to land softly on this surface of moon. So if we're talking about details, it says that weighing 590 kg at launch, SLIM is significantly lighter than India's Chandrayaan-3. If you're talking about India's Chandrayaan-3, it is around 4 tons, but it is now around 590 kg. It is very, very low. And this journey to the moon, which is utilized, is very less thirsty route. That is, we are focusing on whenever we are decreasing the weight, then we can decrease the fuel which is consumed. And it is based on the weak stability boundary theory, and taking 4 months compared to that of Chandrayaan-3's shorter hormone transfer orbit, and which took less than a month. So actually, if you see, after we launched this Chandrayaan-3 and we know that this Chandrayaan-3 is success, so again Japanese came up with this type of mission. Okay, and Chandrayaan-3 took like a lot of time but to reach this lunar orbit, but this took very less time. So even actually, if you see some facts here, so this mission is going to be land near Shioli crater. Okay, SLIM aims for unprecedented precision landing within 100 meters, aided by the data from JAXA Science Orbiter. So SLIM's success or failure will inform Japanese collaboration with India. For example, we are going to come with this LUPEX mission, which will explore the moon's south pole region and require the precise handling landing technologies. So if it is a success, and we are going to have the good collaboration. Okay, so these are some important things that appear in our newspaper. That's all for today, and this is our mains answer writing course. So we already started from December 25th. So if you want to join, still you can join for next 10 days. So whenever you are joining, from that day onwards, you will be getting the questions to your mail. Okay, so this course is absolutely very much beneficial. So here you are covering entire your GS, which includes GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, and we are also going to provide you the essays and case study. So whatever the questions that you are giving and the case studies and essay, you will be also getting the model answer, so that you can generate the content, and even that content will be given in PDF formats, so that you have an option of even downloading them as well. And what is the answer you are writing? So we are going to provide you the detailed explanation or detailed evaluation of the answers, and we will be having live doubt clearing class every week. Okay, one day every week we will be having live doubt clearing class, and there we are also going to discuss live essay writing as well. So this will be absolutely very, very beneficial course. So try to join this course for sure, and the amount is 8,200 rupees for 1 year. So if you can't pay in one go, you can pay in 2 installments. You can pay in 2 installments. And if you want to join this, so please contact me on this number 8074 765513. So even it is WhatsApp number and Telegram number, you can text me on WhatsApp or Telegram as well. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this class. If you really like this class, don't leave the class without hitting the like button, and please do share this video to your friends. And one more thing is, do subscribe to Rathods IAS Academy. Thank you so much for watching.